I've said something to both of them, and my wife said, "Hold on,
something
Nay,"
to me.
multiple times.
Yes, he said something to me. Or he said, both of y'all hush while I'm talking. And what did I do? Shut up. I mean, what are you talking about?
When you interrupted, okay, well, we'll see, because we can go back and go back even the past 10 minutes when you were talking, when Aaron was talking, you interrupted him multiple times. And I haven't heard Rundown stop you from interrupting him unless you, Rundown, were talking. You didn't stop her from interrupting RM, you stopped her from interrupting you. So I don't see you holding.
I was literally telling. For me, I was telling her to stop. I was, and I was doing it earlier when Taz was up here too, letting everybody get their thoughts out. So that isn't true. I did say Nay. Like I even said Nay. We're gonna move on. Like yeah.
But we'll make adjustments, Sec Passe, because I like you. I see you always on some real nigga shit, and you should know I pay attention to everybody and everything, especially in this space. But nevertheless, with that being said, we'll just use the timer then. Everybody gets 60 seconds to make their point. Does that sound fair, Sec Passe?
Sure, me. I agree with that.
And we'll also have a reinforcement to make sure, but Nay is like a co-host. So, but we'll do this. Nobody can interrupt. If you interrupt, you'll be dropped for 5 minutes. Is that fair?
Can I say something quickly?
My apologies. So I'm not going to interrupt you.
And I'll do the same. I appreciate that.
No problem. We don't want to. We don't got no problem with y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're just talking and shit. Let's keep going.
Guys, okay, so let's talk about the past. Let's talk about now. What about the black people?
Oh my God! The past is literally recreating itself as we speak.
No. Black people are holding themselves back right now in 2025. More black on black crime. Black violence.
No. Oh my God.
Let me ask this question. Right. So Jazz is very passionate about this. Very passionate. So you did the research as to what the problem
because it's like the.
Am I muted?
The problem is and has always it will always will be. My bad. I didn't hear. My bad. Okay, my bad. Sorry.
So for the past 40 years, we've been reminded of what the problem is. Right. My parents' generation, the generation above me, my generation, and your generation. So we know what the problem is, right? And we keep talking about it. What's the solution? You're very good at knowing what the problem is and seeing it. So what can we do collectively?
What can we do?
Collectively, yes. At this point,
can we do?
We hear you. We hear the problem. What is the solution?
What we can do is be just as mad as when you hear black people talking about racism.
Wait a second. So
be so mad at racism that you don't
being mad? But being mad is a negative emotion. So being mad
is racism.
It definitely is. It definitely
we cannot sit here.
But why are we going to duplicate?
We can't keep denying.
Let her finish, Jazz. Let him finish.
I thought he asked me a question.
But why are we going to duplicate?
Can you let me finish answering you before you start picking apart my response?
I watch this panel a lot, and I come on here, and I'm really trying to understand. But
I'm trying to get you to understand, and you keep cutting me off, bro. You either gonna let me answer the question or not. So like I'm saying, you saying what can we do? We have to be just as upset because y'all are very upset whenever black people bring this shit up, but y'all never have any smoke for the real problem, right? So what we can do as a collective is get on one accord, is get on one accord, is support one another, is advocate for each other, make sure that our dollar is being flipped within our community so many times before it goes out. Have more.
Sorry, Jazz, but I want to break something down. So this seems to be a problem. JB Official says, so the solution is to be mad. What the fuck? RM, do you like results? The results matter?
Yes.
What about you, Sec Passe? The results matter?
Absolutely.
Good. Now that we have this foundation. Slavery. My wife, you a school teacher. Do you think that the time where they founded this country, our great founding fathers, that they ever show anger?
Absolutely.
Do you think that they went through enslaving black people, putting them on chains, having to fight camps of black men, losing some of their own, and they was happy the whole fucking time?
No.
Okay, so the next question, but they built one of the most, and some would say, the best country in the fucking world, in the history of fucking nations. They built that with anger, right? And I'm just going to say it, and rape and pillage and murder, right? Even doing it after our good old Abraham Lincoln signed the, what's it called again, baby? Declaration. Thank you. There you go.
Emancipation
Proclamation. Yeah.
Emancipation Proclamation. There we go. Good job, black man. Right. So they have the results, right? They own this bitch, right?
Yeah.
They made the stock market. They control commerce. They, for the most part, right? Because let me not be facetious for RM's sake. There are black men like Anton and other black men, Jay-Z, you can name a few, right? That owns, but this is we would say a subsection of our population in totality. Right. So at the end of the day, saying that somebody can't weaponize anger, you would be wrong. As a matter of fact, I think anger is what led our people to getting free. Tired of fucking going through what they was going through. And actually fighting while we sit here and debate on panels. Right? And I guarantee you they wasn't fucking happy neither. You're gonna have to be angry if you want to get something done, JB. Right? But I get it. You, respectfully, my brother RM, y'all don't have anything to be angry about because y'all feel like in this country y'all can do whatever y'all want, same as anybody else. And I respect y'all candor. But understand that ideology isn't implied upon every American, and there always will be revolts. Because there's gonna be people who feel like they're not getting what they deserve. Right now, that's the immigrants. 10 years later, it'll be somebody else. That's just the way this shit works. It's a wheel. Keep going and going and fucking going. And they started it. Those niggas who was angry at the queen and wanted to come here and build their own fucking land. And then when the queen burned down the White House, they rebuilt that bitch again and refortified their motherfucking borders so it could never happen again. I'm pretty sure that made them angry too. So JB, when you tell me that emotion like being mad isn't the solution, I have to disagree, sir. Because my founding fathers and their results compel me to. Let's continue.
Trust and love with one another and focus on our own, because history has shown when we're left to our own devices as Black people, we thrive. And that's why it was a threat. That is why we kept getting bombed out, flooded out, kept getting our communities and our businesses destroyed. And this is why we are so pushed back. Now, as a collective, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about.
Hey, but how can you say that it's dumb shit for her to say that when Black people have their own community that they thrive? I'm from Michigan. The biggest Muslim population in the United States of America is in Dearborn, Michigan, south of where I grew up at. Part of the reason why they thrive is, and I took my wife to that community, there's no McDonald's, all that goofy shit. It's all Islamic food, Islamic clothes. It's what they do out there. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, Nate from Detroit too. She could speak to this. They don't let niggas come out there. You can't come out there fucking on 8 women. You can't come out there setting up a trap house on a block. It's like them niggas in cohesiveness. You feel me? So to make it seem like those principles that these communities are practicing, if Black people didn't practice the same, we wouldn't have a power. That's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. But let's continue.
Individual Black people being successful. And if you are a successful Black person, you should be going back into the community.
Right. So should
ignorance for me, just like a white woman. So like I was saying.
Shout out to Rilla. Thank you, Rilla. Rilla lived in Michigan for a while, even though he's native to South Chicago, I think, Rilla, South Side. But
is he still on? Is Rilla still on?
Yeah, he's down there in the chat right now. He just left that comment. He said, shout out to the Chaldeans. For those who don't know, the Chaldeans are Middle Eastern people in Michigan, from my understanding, who do not participate in the Islamic faith. So they do have a lot of different of the other different traditions of unity, et cetera, but they don't practice that specific religion. And like Rilla said, they hold a lot of shit down. As far as, remember I told Anton a long time ago, when we were talking about the Black community sell the most drugs? I said, no, bro. I said it was Chaldeans. On my mama. Ain't no niggas getting no drugs in Michigan without the Chaldeans knowing first. That's just what it is. And if you feel that way, test them niggas. Go ahead and bring a load through they shit and see if you get past that motherfucker. And come back and tell me about it.
Is that something to be proud of?
It is, because what it means is they fortified their community to the point where nobody can bring drugs in, right? Nobody can come in and
you mean that way? Okay.
Michigan has a very specifically Detroit has a very big big thing right now, RM, with sex trafficking, specifically Black women. Mm-hmm. It's been a big problem. You can Google it. So, but it's not a problem in they hood, and it's because the same thing. And Rilla, you from Chicago, Rilla? This shit happened all the time, right? When all that shit happened with COVID, Black people start fucking up their own communities. What happened, babe, in Little Italy, in Mexico town? Fucking Mexicans on top of the fucking roof, barring the fucking windows, shooting and doing any fucking thing they can to defend their own. And you know what I said? I applaud them. You should be wiping out anybody that's going against your tribe. You should defend your tribe at all costs. Those are those family businesses, right? Families that literally rely on those financial means. They can't afford to build new businesses. They can't afford to fix shit because niggas want to protest. No, you have the right, in my opinion, to gun them the fuck down. And that's exactly what the fuck happened in Chicago. Now, niggas know next time, hey, bro, let me not run up on the Mexicans. Them niggas get down with shit, especially here in Chicago, because it's a sanctuary state in Illinois where they let in Mexicans 25,000 damn near per week. It's impossible to go up against them niggas.
Can I ask Chicago real quick? Chicago Rilla,
of course.
Can he put in the chat or something to answer the question that I asked earlier? What can a white person, Asian, whatever, do and now in 2025 that we can't? I'm not asking anybody on the panel. I want to ask him because apparently you diverted to him. So, and I mean specifically, I don't mean anything in the past. I'm talking about right now. What is something that we cannot do that other communities can do?
Rilla, can you answer that question in the chat, please, Rilla? But he left this comment about what I was saying. He said anybody from that area going to Walgreens or CVS in those communities got mud stumped out at that time. Listen, bro. Listen, I'm already hearing stories about it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't go into those parts of Chicago, because I already know what it is. I'm at the pot with them little niggas. It is what it is. And they have every right, after being pillaged and having their community pillaged, to say we got to, every person in America has a right to defend their own. That's just what it is. I can't get mad at them about that, Rilla. So you're right. Niggas will get stumped on. But guess why, Rilla? Because they put themselves in that motherfucking situation. You ain't have to go down to a little Italy thinking you about to pull niggas' cars and take their shit, and thinking that you supposed to, you expecting no resistance. Rilla, remember I told you when we first met, we don't get to make the rules, my baby. We don't. The rules already set. We get to play by them or die, right?